welcome. It is December 2024, and wow, this year flew by pretty quickly. We had a lot of fun. I really appreciate the support from the community. Great questions and topic creation. Keep that coming in, the things that you're challenged with in Sparx Enterprise Architect. Next year, we're going to be getting into other tooling besides Sparx, so keep that support and questions coming in. That helps us motivate to create content for you. All right. So in this month, we're continue to focus on playlists, cleaning those up and make those easier to follow and get to for early adopters, starting out and putting the videos in an order that I believe you should start in and learning. And then advanced users, the same thing. So Sparx 17 came out this year, and we have moved to Sparx 17. As far as Sparx 16 videos go, we will continue to support those if there's questions in the channel. But right now, our focus is on Sparx 17 and the excellent features that have been provided there. As far as our content releases, Tuesdays continues to be for advancing users, and Thursdays is for early adopters. Now, normally these videos come out around 7 a.m. Central Time in the United States, but we will look at our analytics because we have subscribers from all around the world and follow different release cycles that basically get to our audience in the most effective way. All right. Now, as far as other video topics, we've got quite a few like extras, which is basically taking content that's from our long form videos and just zeroing in and doing a little shorter, try to do a little shorter deep dive into specific areas. Then there is playlists like called 5 minutes or less, where we try to do the same thing as extras, but do it in less than, or at least commit to doing it in less than 5 minutes. We're also going to be getting back to shorts, and shorts is something I kind of dropped away from. Usually what shorts are 60 seconds or less. You'll ask a question, well, how do I do this or do that? And if we could answer those in and demonstrate those in less than 60 seconds, we'll do a short form of that. So we'll be taking more advantage of the short form content that's coming out. All right. So let's just jump into some other things that are taking place in December. All right. So the first playlist that we're going to talk about is My First. And the reason we are working on My First is because when we started the channel a year or so ago, that a lot of the subscribers that are coming in, the users that are coming in, are just starting in Sparx Enterprise Architect. So My First is organized, with Sparx on day one, and then getting into different subject areas. I wanted to get into, of course, creating a project, but boxes and lines, which is class diagrams. I'm really passionate about requirements, so getting in the requirements, use cases, and on down. So we're going to continue to do the My First videos for early adopters, and those will come out on Thursday. The next playlist is Learning Sparx 17. And I created this playlist this year when Sparx 17 came out. Wanted to help users moving from 15 and 16 to 17 to help them acclimate as quick as possible. It became a playlist for continued learning. It basically taking My First and trying to move them to intermediate and advancing modelers. So you'll see a lot of topics here that go into features and capabilities in Sparx 17 that are suited for more advancing modelers. So we'll continue to work on this. Sometimes you'll see My First float into here and shared between My First playlist. So as far as starting goes, if you're just starting out, yeah, My First is probably where I would start. If you're acclimated or familiar with Sparx 17 or Sparx in general, this playlist may be more suitable for you. All right. Otherwise, it's going to be duplicating. You can see we're moving between early adopters and advancing subjects as we're going in here. And the next playlist that I'm pretty passionate about is model-driven anything. This is a term I coined 10, 15 years ago because I wanted to take model-driven development, model-driven architecture, MDD and MDA, model-driven programming, and really just say that with UML and computer-aided software engineering tools, really you can drive anything. So model-driven anything basically encompasses taking subject areas and then using the features, some of the best features in Sparx Enterprise Architect to drive delivery. So model-driven anything is taking a particular project. It's our toy project. I love that term. I got that from a subscriber last week, and I'm going to stick with it. Usually I just say, this is a demo project. It's not real, but I really like the term toy project, so you'll hear me say that quite a bit. But this one gets into more advancing subjects around project delivery, software delivery, systems, and architecture delivery. So when you go to playlists that are in our channel, you can see the ones we talked about. My First, Learning, Model-Driven Anything is down here. News, of course, is going to be in this specific playlist. But there are other playlists like Scenarios, Requirements Engineering, Business Process, Activity Diagrams, Reporting Specific. I'm getting a lot of folks that are only interested in reporting, custom reporting, and so on. So these particular areas are meant for focusing in on those topics. And a lot of times these are videos that are actually part of our key or primary playlists, My First, Learning, and Model-Driven Anything. And they're just put into these catch buckets outside, like when we're in Model-Driven Anything and we're talking about scenarios, we'll also put it in the Scenarios playlist. So we organize playlists here that you can go through that are in specific areas. We'll go through, make sure that the descriptions are more accurate, the keywords for searching, and so on, help you get to the content that you need to. So now let's get into shorts. So I kind of got away from doing shorts. Wasn't a lot of interest or a need for shorts to do something in less than 60 seconds. We created a few shorts, as you can see here, but we're going to start focusing on shorts again. And the reason for this is that I get a lot of simple questions, or I should say they may not be simple, complex questions that I can cover in 60 seconds or less. And YouTube's come up with 3-minute shorts, but I'm not sure how well that's working. It didn't start out well. But we're going to go to areas where you can very quickly get to a particular question you have. We'll try to put descriptions in there that help to search and find them. And we will include these shorts and frequently asked questions off of our website. And the link is in the channel for our website and our blog. So you'll be able to go there and say, hey, I'm interested in how to turn on and off, strict connector syntax. Because it's one that, well, how did I get to that? Or certain visual tips, I should say, that help you get to content very quickly and cover it in less than 60 seconds. Oh, yeah, that's how you do that, and other things. So we'll get into that. All right, so we're going to wrap up now. Greatly appreciate it. Thanks so much for all the support. This has been a lot of fun. And we create videos for companies that we work with over the last couple of years, and I don't want to say those aren't fun, but this is more fun. I'm more free range in what we can do. And as I hopefully get to formally being retired, that I can focus more on the channel and the things we're going to be doing here. So thanks very much again. And until those episodes come out, happy modeling.